Great game on Friday night. It was an unbelievable contest. This is what footy's about. I thought Toby Greene was the best player on the ground. He was just outstanding. Had the Maynard matchup. I didn't think Maynard disgraced himself, but it was a genuine one-on-one. But I just think we need to celebrate players like Toby Greene and not penalise them for past indiscretions. How that is not a free kick is a joke. I hope the AFL would come out, review that demo like they already have the Eddie Betts 50-metre penalty. How that's a free kick against how that is in the contest, that is unlucky, that is an accident. Thought his treatment on Friday night was
spot on.
Was pretty ordinary, Bill. And to the point where I think the AFL need to acknowledge that. They have a set against Toby Greene and an agenda, and the AFL umpires that umpired him.
Hang on, there can be a perception of it.
No, I agree,
No, I agree with those decisions of what Kane's right. But to say there's an agenda...
I think there is...
An agenda is a very different thing to say than there being a perception.
I think he's penalised for his reputation.
You think the umpires sit down and say, we're going to ping him tonight?
Whether it's subconsciously or whether it's...
Now, that's different, Shane. Subconscious is different to an agenda.
Yeah, but I think once you're in the moment, you are more likely to pay a free kick to young Brown, who got one from Collingwood for over the neck, as opposed to Toby Greene. And I could have showed 5 or 6 examples of it. And I just think the reputation that he has, he's umpired differently than everyone else.
I agree with that.
It's a fair accusation, I've got to say, against the umpires.
He should have got a lot of free kicks the other night, which he didn't, and he was still the best man on the ground. But how to beat Collingwood? Now, I thought the Giants were easily the 4 or 5 goal better side the other night, but at half-time they were 28 apiece, and no sides kicked over 40 points before the other night against Collingwood. Let's have a look at the Giants' ball movement, and there's so many other options to go to. Their number one offence is marking the ball in a defensive 50. Now, have a look at this one. This is the turn and go. He turns really quickly, but there's other options than just going long. If you pause that there, Harry Perryman has got all this space to lead out, and they've got to lower their eyes because they continually kick it straight back. This is why they should have been 4 or 5 goals up. Perryman this time. Have a look at Haynes on his own here. Haynes can make the journey from there, but elects to go long into a pocket. Jeremy Howe just eats these ones up every week. And then another one, this one. The handball over the top. If you handball, run and carry, that's the way to break up Collingwood. But if you continually bomb it in, this is what they do to you. Leon Cameron changed a few things after half-time. And here's a couple of examples of how they did it really well, and probably the reason why they won it. Here's Heath Shaw, takes them on, off half-back, brings it into the middle of the ground. And then when you've got run and carry, when you've got good ball use rather than just bombing the ball in, have a look at that kick from the young Greene. I'll talk about Greene in a minute. And then you've got runners. Then you get past the centre, and then you don't have to bomb that ball into the middle. So that was one of them. They got a goal out of that one. And then this one. Have a look at this man again, Greene. Have a look at this. Is directly after half-time. I reckon Leon Cameron had a chat to him. He did not want to turn that long. That's a dangerous kick. But have a look at where they are now and have a look at the result that does. And they kicked that goal, and that was one of the major reasons why they didn't win by 5 goals. And I want to talk about that other young kid, Tom Greene. I thought he was in the votes the other night. This is a long one. But have a look at his last 4 minutes for a player playing only his 2nd or 3rd game of football. Have a look at these stats right here. Have a look at him. The composure of that young man. They get this one forward, and Jeremy Cameron kicks the match winner. And then have a look at his last minute. Have a look at these efforts here. Here he is at the front of the pack. He wins the footy here. Uses composure. Most other young kids just blast that away and give it back. Goes back in, gets it, causes the ball up. That's his first effort and his second effort. Again, this is the next ball up. Gets it again, steps inside, gets the handball to Toby Greene, who goes down the forward. They get this ball back, kick it in. Who's there again to hold that ball in? That's an extraordinary last minute for a player playing not much football.
Except it took you 3 minutes to tell it.
Was that about Tom Greene, or you just getting hang time?
It's a bit of both. There's a bit of both. Tom Greene. I gave him a vote as well.
What about Russell Greene?
No, the 6 o'clock news.
Shut up.